This conference will now be recorded.
Start this commission meeting with a flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning commission meeting of last one of 2021, December 30th. We're going to start it off with an amended budget hearing meeting and allow for any comments of anybody.
And there's absolutely nobody on the, except for us.
We have nobody online. We have nobody in the building for this. This is the alcohol specials. We have budgeted $22.59. We have a flow through of somewhere, it's going to be around $8,500, and that's what we've amended the budget to. And I would accept a motion from any commissioner to accept that.
Make a motion to accept the budget change.
Budget change.
Second.
Second by Kent Becker. All of those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 4-0, with Dave being absent today.
Okey doke.
Dave
Then
Croker.
I'll just ask for your signatures on the front page. And I think generally we close the budget hearing and we open the regular.
Okay. We made a motion to pass this amended budget, and now I'm going to close the amended budget hearing meeting and go into general commission meeting this morning and accept public comments for that to start with.
And again, nobody.
Public forum,
Yeah.
excuse me. No comments from anybody up
No one
there?
online, no.
Nobody online or here in the building, so we'll move into administrative business.
Okay, I have, in your packet, you had a notice of a hearing, a couple of things from KDAG here, and then the printed copy is in your mail folder. Looks like they're also doing a hearing about a plan amendment, so just something to read through. I don't know that you need to take any action. So I have the sales tax in the amount of $109,406.74.
Had a setback 1 month and then it's almost like it washed over to the next.
A lot of people must have spent their money in Marion County for Christmas. No, that would be November.
November's, yeah.
That's good. Maybe next month will be with them.
That's, yeah, so this is actually from October.
Oh, this one.
2 months delay.
Yeah, it runs 2 months behind because it's for sales in October, collected in November, distributed in December.
Right, okay.
Good.
Okay. We had no expenses for Alcon, and then we do have some for Western Associates in the amount of $2,399.09.
Do we need to? Dave's not here today. Can we just make a motion to accept it?
You don't do it separately, you mean, you,
Yeah. He's not
Yeah,
here.
he's not here
Not here, so.
to need to abstain, so.
okay. Grand total payday figure is $1,121,658.09. And if the book's there, payroll board's there, if you have questions, let me know.
Yeah,
Somebody make the
just
motion.
a couple of them.
Okay.
Actually, just one. I know the sheriff's got discretionary budget, but did we buy some vehicles?
He's bought 2 used vehicles from the highway patrol.
Well, there was 3 three different amounts though.
Right, it's two vehicles. One was split between the Lake Patrol Fund and his regular budget, and then the other one was in his regular budget. And there were budgeted funds for
Yeah.
all of them, but it was
Just
two
wanted to
vehicles.
clarify
Yes,
what was
yes,
going
yes.
on there.
Yep. Any other?
Any other questions?
Wrap this here up. Go ahead and make a motion to, pay the grand total payday of $1,121,658.09.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Some, I'd have to say Kent's finger got up before you talked,
Okay,
so.
that's fine.
So,
I was waiting for Dave to say.
so I have a motion by Kent and by finger raised to second Jonah's motion to pay the payroll of $1,121,658.09. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 4-0.
Okay, then I'll ask for your signatures on the pages there.
Now, does that include the encumbrance funds?
No,
Okay.
that's separate, and we've got another
Okay.
section for that. We do have encumbrances that have been submitted, that was in your packets. And I think that they have a printed page in here, let me see. No, I don't. Actually, I don't. So the total encumbrances are $296,128.97. That includes some encumbrances by the judicial district, some invoices for ambulance department, including the outstanding balance of the building, because that was approved this year, we encumber. And then one for the Department on Aging.
Well, the heated dock is on there.
The heated dock is on there, it's $17,138.
Yeah.
And that, we have been paying out of the general fund, because of budget authority issue. So that is encumbered in the general fund, even though the park has enough money in their budget to cover that amount, for sure, so.
Any questions? Any other questions about encumbrances?
Make a motion to approve the encumbrances of $296,128.97.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 4-0.
Okay.
That's that. I was looking for one other thing I didn't have open.
If anybody's online, they might be getting dizzy about now. Trying to find something. Okay, maybe I didn't get the list of the outstanding checks into the packet. Do you guys remember seeing it? Because I'm not finding them now, so my apologies. I do have checks outstanding more than 2 years.
Okay.
And no, the treasurer's office does make contact on those before we cancel. In fact, we reissued one recently that was on the list before, so.
Finally got a hold of them. The check was too old to cash.
It wasn't, but, you know, for
Probably
some
not.
reason, they don't have it, yeah.
We have an outstanding amount of checks of $865.47.
Is that for the whole thing?
Yeah, well, now total amount outstanding,
Okay.
865.47. I'd make a motion to,
Yeah, right, you'd write them off or cancel.
cancel, write them off for cancellation of those checks for $865.47.
Second.
Second by Jonah, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. There's a list of them, well, I'll turn it back in. See what all kind of monies we're talking about.
I apologize for not getting that in your packet.
That's all right.
I know I scanned it in, I must have just missed it attaching.
Oh, there's some people on there that you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
One of them is,
Yours.
no,
Yeah,
that one just seems mind-boggling.
yeah.
Yeah, his name was on there. Now you had to go back and study it harder. He was making a joke that my name was on there.
One of them's a county employee.
You're a county employee. You're a county employee.
Yeah, my name's not on it though. I cash them before they even,
Direct deposit makes a lot of difference. Because annuals.
Yeah, it is nice. And there are no payroll checks on that, on that list, by the way.
When we switched to direct deposit at the shop, it saved so much time because it's,
Yeah.
once a week, the guys are, I gotta go to the bank, I gotta take some time, go to the bank.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
it'll take 10 minutes, it takes half hour.
yeah, time, yeah, time.
Direct deposit only.
We still have some that are not on direct deposit.
Usually just from the $25 to account for them.
Okay. We do have area and transport fuel bid that was handed to you a little bit ago.
Only had one bid. Motion to approve Epsom both transport and area, as they are the only bidder.
Do I hear a second?
second.
I have a motion by Jonah, second by Kent Becker for the bids of transport fuel bid. One of them is 3,500 gallons of unleaded at $9,009. The other is for 3 areas, area 1, 2, and 3. Total bid of $15,144.20. So I have a motion to approve both of those. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
4-0. Do you have a copy?
I do, yeah.
Right. I just,
I can,
we talked about last week, or this week.
we won't have an answer.
Yeah.
I don't think that it was,
Okay, I didn't know if it was going to be an immediate.
well, I believe it was supposed to be, but
Yeah.
we won't have an answer. I did hear that this morning, we won't have an answer today.
Okay, that's,
Did you hear that, Dave?
Thank you. I forgot last meeting, last Tuesday, I was given an order to get something accomplished. I didn't get that accomplished, but I did get it on today's, so I wouldn't forget it. Electrical plug-ins for these for computers, things up here to plug into instead of crawling down under the. What would the commission like to see here? I mean, for electrical up here to, I mean, I don't know whether anybody has different ideas. I mean, yeah, we can put something on the floor, but if we move the tables and stuff, I'm just looking for ideas to maybe improve.
It's what I got at the house, what I got at my shop, and it's nice, but it tends to be a little more expensive, is the lock covers. Come up out of the desk, and it goes clear back in, so it doesn't mess with your drawers. And you tap them and they stand up, and there'll be a power supply, an Ethernet. And then it cleans some up.
Do you think that's what we need here?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we can get outlets, that'd be great.
Well,
Yeah,
Maybe
and
wait
how-
till we
and
do
how-
the audio visual, if we do an upgrade on this system.
well, that might be.
Yeah.
Would that make sense? If you do the electrical and then 6 months later you come back and.
Yeah, I mean, it could, or you could just have make sure you have additional ports.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure exactly what you want for the audiovisual, because you haven't really told me.
Right.
And so, just whenever Randy's crawling around under the table, I'll be like, you know, it might be nice to have some outlets in here.
I always plug mine in, but today I didn't, just for the heck of it, but I usually do, and.
I mean, absolutely, we can do something or we can wait, but,
Yeah.
I know most of
I
the
know.
complaints I get are audio.
Yeah.
Of course, we also need the plug-ins.
Yeah.
This isn't a new issue. Tina's brought it up last year, and I refused to bring anything up because I didn't want to look like I was milking for any jobs.
No, this is something we need done, and, you know, we need people that sort of know exactly what might be available and what the best thing to do is, but I would accept just a proposal from Alcon Electric. As a matter of fact, that's my motion. I would propose accept a proposal or look at a proposal from Alcon Electric on how to get some electrical service up here around this. For right now, electrical service to start with, and unless the other part comes with that, I mean, if it's a two-part thing, put that in the proposals just so we can all see what we're going to get.
Would that audio part have to come from a company that does that?
Yeah, we follow one audio guy around,
Okay,
so I
so
will have to
Could that be-
abstain from this
could that-
conversation
so-
any further.
I think it would be good then if the consultant to Elcon would also look at the audio, and maybe we could have two proposals.
Okay.
Well, I would back up even further. I'd rather have the clerk look into an audio-visual system, because I think she has more experience with what we need, what we use, and what would tie in with the current system.
Well, then would the commission give me a directive to get our county clerk to give us a proposal?
Well, that's been on our list for almost a year.
I'm good with it.
So,
Okay.
It applies under the ARP funds. It would be a project that would work under that. It's
Yeah.
another one of those that's been kicked down the road.
How much of a load would that put upon you, or would you?
well,
You know,
it's, I guess it's fine. I just need to know what you want in
Right.
here. And I've done proposals before. I mean, and we've spent a lot of time on it with a couple of vendors.
Yeah.
And nothing was ever done at that time. And so, I mean,
there's-
that's where it gets a little frustrating, is having to go
Right.
repeat. And
Right.
that was a lot of time and work. And
Right.
so, I don't mind doing that, but I would like clear direction before I start
Okay.
what you want in this room.
One other thing then, where in the neighborhood of our budget would we find as much as $10,000 to $20,000 for something for this product, or more?
It would, yeah, I'm sure it would be 10 to 20,
Yeah.
because when I ended up just piecemealing everything together here, because we did have a proposal, I don't even remember now exactly what all it was, but it was microphones, it was cameras, a couple of different cameras you could move between, that would move, and
I think it's
different
between 16 and
things.
17.
It was,
If I remember
it
right.
It
was,
seemed like it.
it was somewhere between 12 and 20,000.
But we need to upgrade the system, we need to do it right, and again, it would apply under the ARP funds.
What I see though, Dave, is coming into, before COVID is, would people look at it, would people do anything? Hey, it's proven that people do look at it, and so, and it's proved a necessity, and I think it's time to act upon it.
Good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I guess what I would tell Tina from my perspective is this time the commission will follow up on it, you won't be wasting your time.
So,
But again, we need to give you the direction.
right, what would you like to see in here?
I'd like to see it to where you don't have to get up and flip the TV on and camera on and that kind of stuff. I think it
So
would
you
be.
want a camera then that pans?
Well, I think Tina's already looked at some options and know whether it's multiple cameras, multiple microphones. I mean, the research has already been done into what's out there. Now it's a matter of updating that information
Because
and acting on it.
to me, no bigger than this room is, there probably is a camera out there that would catch the whole room too.
And that's what the tech committee.
Yeah, and I think we had what we had before was 2 cameras, so that you could also come over here if you needed to, like have the camera on somebody over here. Or you could switch back and forth. One, I think, was fixed, or one was, I don't remember all the details of that, but also City of Hillsboro's done some upgrades since we did our research, so I could check with them too, see what they did, but.
Okay.
So what I'm hearing is you want better automation of, like, an ease of operation of the
Yes.
camera, and the sound to be more,
Yes, easier to operate
Okay.
and stuff like that.
And anything to help the operator. we could-
Now, I've heard, as I've sat here and I've had a commissioner sit beside me, he says that sometimes when I'm talking that there's someone to the right that their head is about to explode. And so I've heard that this year, but now I'm looking back this year, and right now what we're talking about this issue, and Commissioner Gary, I'm gonna address you is, we respect what you would give us on this light here, and so if there's anything else that you feel that, when we're doing this, that you know of, I would expect you to speak up. Not just because you're in that business.
I know, I'm just, I really should stay out of it because, what we said earlier, but this is one thing I could take off Tina's plate to help with, and
to look at working with whoever to figure out what's needed in the room.
and having seen multiple systems.
So then can we direct Commissioner Gearing to act as a consultant on behalf of the commission to look into the upgrades? Is that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you could spec out what's needed.
Yeah.
And then we can have different vendors bid on it. And it would be up to you whether you guys actually do bid on it or not.
That would make it more fair.
Okay, cool. Well,
And I'd be glad to work with you on whatever's needed.
Sorry, I just.
no.
I mean,
tiptoeing
to
around
me,
this,
it
it's all-
actually does, it feels less stressful to me to have, because I don't know, honestly, I don't know about electrical, and I don't know about audio visual. I just have to try to stammer my way through of what we want, and that's not a very effective way to get
When
a
it
good
comes to the
bid.
cameras though, I'd hate to put the onus on Tina that, now the camera needs to be on this person, or now the camera
Oh.
needs, when she's
Oh, no.
standing there trying to take minutes and
Yes,
stuff. I don't
yeah.
think we want
No,
something
no,
like that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, the best thing I've seen is a wide pan at the TV. Because when you get somebody speaking, you all look at the TV. So now you're interacting, you're looking in the direction of that person behind the screen.
Right.
You're honestly, like a lot of times, when we're online, right? Kent's been there, you've been there. You've been there. We get to talking, we're looking at the screen, that camera's over here looking at the side of our head.
Yeah.
I mean, there's little things like that that are just instrumental.
it's kind of annoying to try to get on.
Well, I can tell you that I'm not the person to be in this race. I mean, I'm just not the person to, you know, if you want me to lay a gas line up here, I'll lay you a gas line.
Right.
No, I'm not the person to be in this race. And so I'm just looking for people to help and work towards getting a good system. And I think it's sort of, I can see that it will speak out for Marion County at some time. That's what I'm after.
Okay.
So Tina, and if it comes to any point, get back to us, that you're at this standstill right here of doing something, and maybe you may even bring back to us to have this system fully for the future and everything. Maybe it costs more, I don't know, but I think that would be a commission decision then to come back and look at it and see what, but you are right, you've done work before, and I don't want to, Dave, good point, and what Tina said is a great point, is I don't want to fail this time, I want it to pass, so let's work towards getting something done like that, Tina.
Okay,
Help
so
you.
I'm okay to work with Jonah?
Yep.
and-
Yes.
And,
Yep.
okay.
Thank you, Mr. Gary, appreciate it.
It makes it easier if we just spec something out, and then, then it doesn't put me in a bind.
Right, good.
Okay. All right, and so you had made a motion, and nobody seconded that, right?
Okay. Maybe I better rescind that motion and just make a new one. Now, since we know that to have Commissioner Garing work with County Clerk Tina Spencer to come up with some specs for some equipment for this computer equipment and visual equipment, sound and visual equipment for this commission meeting room. So
And
that's my
elec-
motion.
And electrical.
And electrical, yes. Yeah, you gotta have electrical to run that stuff, so that's my motion. Do I hear a second? Second. Dave? Mueller? All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
I stand to not profit off this portion of it, so I go ahead and go with
Okay.
aye.
Aye, 4-0.
Okay, thank you. Now we can.
See what that led to? Yeah. I knew.
It was a big mess.
It's a mess,
Big
yeah.
mess.
But I was not gonna let that get by me again.
Just a reminder, we do have land bank meeting Monday at 10 before the regular
Tuesday.
meeting. It's Monday, the first Monday of January.
Okay, so courthouse is open.
Yeah, we're closed tomorrow,
Okay,
and we'll be open Monday.
okay.
Yeah. So it is on Monday.
Land bank meeting when?
Monday at 10 a.m. That'll be your organizational meeting. I did have, as a commission, you're gonna have to determine a level of funding for the land bank and how you wanna set that up for operating, because the land bank, as the land bank board, you have to have a budget and you have to adopt a budget every year. But yet, as a commission, you have to approve the land bank, you have to, yeah.
What options do we have to fund that?
I'm wondering if maybe my suggestion might be that you start with, perhaps 25,000, to put in there. And maybe you use some of the wind farm pilot money or, something like that. Would be a suggestion. Right now, we're kind of glomming that into the general fund at this point, but that might not be a bad way to start it. And then, we would transition to be paying all the expenses for those properties out of that. So I would say you would transfer your property in Peabody that you got back from the tax sale that still were mowing. Those mowing expenses would then come out of the land bank funds, those kind of things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So any expenses that we have, demolition, cleanup, insurance, if we have to do extra
Yeah,
insurance.
so one property and cleanup.
Right,
We're talking
and-
10 grand.
Right,
So you got enough budget to handle 2.5 properties.
I don't, No,
This could be just like
Right,
a
right.
seed money,
Then
basically,
hopefully you'll have
because
some
then
funds coming
later,
back in
at
after
some
you clean it up.
point, you should have money coming in. Sometimes if somebody wants a property to go in, they're supposed to provide some funding along with it for that to happen. I don't know if that will happen.
okay. Since Tina brought this one property up in Peabody, it has a tree falling on it right now with a tree on it. But I can tell you that I don't think that the maximum value, no matter what we spend to tear that thing down, clean it up, you would, if you was be real lucky to get $500 back for even for some offer for the lot after it's cleaned, because it's in the flood area. It's
Nobody's gonna build there.
nobody's gonna build there. It's just a vacant lot. But what we have done is we have tore some down with road and bridge in this type of weather, this for frozen weather, cold weather. But we are short on people there. We're short on that kind of stuff. We do have the equipment. And then is it being used when it's froze? I mean, when things are froze up, house demolition is a matter. This project down there, I could see take one day. And if they sent one guy down there a day ahead of time to get it all crushed up and broke up, then it might be best to do something like that and then come back the next day and pick it up, haul it off. It's just a matter, it's a very small house, probably 28 foot wide and maybe 36 long, or I doubt it's 40 long, with a single car garage out there that's got sway back in it. So I was, that I'd like to talk to Bryce first and see if he's even thinks it can happen, or if the commission don't want it to happen that way and do something else, that's fine too. But the place definitely needs to come down and be taken away, and then all we have is a bare rod to mow, and it makes it a simple job to get done. So I don't know where we, how many other towns in our county are we gonna inherit a lot from that, from our small towns? That's always been a thing. The small towns can't do nothing with demolition of plate properties and things like that. So if you do it in one town, this would come back through the tax sale.
Right, we own that property.
Yeah.
And so that would be one of the first properties that the land bank would deal with. The county would potentially deed that to the land bank. And then the land bank would have control over how to take care of it.
So I don't know whether you take through the land bank then, you get maybe a bid price from Bryce and do you pay your road and bridge back for something like that, or?
I think you'd have to.
That's.
I mean, there would have to be some type of tracking,
Okay.
I guess you'd say.
Well, we just keep throwing stuff on road and bridge. Well, you need to clean up this,
Yep.
you need to do that, you need to set up this. I mean, if you're, and they're short-handed, the priority needs to be taken care of roads. But as an option, if he wants to bid on it, that's fine, as an option, but also, get some outside bids.
Yeah, we have others that can do it really quick too.
Yeah. Oh,
Or maybe someone in the Peabody community would be willing to step up and volunteer.
There's a lot of
I mean, we have people
a lot
in the
of
northern
equipment
part of
sitting
the
around down there.
county that step up. But I'm just saying, let's not throw it all on road and bridge and say,
Yeah.
do it.
yeah, and the only time I would expect something like this is when it's the middle of winter time, when it's froze up and stuff like
I mean,
that.
they've got plenty of projects that need to be done
Yeah.
on roads.
Yeah.
So that's my only
Yeah.
comment.
Mhm.
But yes, it needs to be cleaned up.
Just be thinking about
Yeah.
that budget piece, because we're gonna need to have that in place.
I know it's probably a stretch, but you gotta throw some stuff at the wall to see if it sticks.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything in that field kind of fit the infrastructure? I know, like I said, I know it's probably a stretch, but, or even American Rescue, because, it could be hard on it, a lot of people didn't come through. I don't know, does it fit any funding like that? I don't really want to take it from someone else, but it's something to keep in mind. And we can always transfer money in from something, find out that it does work, transfer that back out, transfer this in. But it's, like the last time I was talking about the fair, just,
Yeah.
keep it
It's
in
one of those
mind.
deals, we have to figure it out as we go.
Okay. But but there's a prime property waiting to be the first number one, I'll just say that. Okay.
Anything that the county owns.
If it
Yeah.
can just get us down to a mowing situation, I think that's something that just needs to be handled.
Yeah.
Well, and ultimately, I mean, you could, there could be just a green space there.
Oh.
There could be, you can create parks, of course, then there's maintenance. You can create, you can offer to adjoining landowners.
And they don't pay taxes either.
In certain
That's
instances.
neither here nor
I mean,
there right now.
Those are options that you have. So,
Yeah. All righty, moving on here for the day. Tina, what else you got?
that was all I had.
Okay. But you might definitely need to think of what kind of money, and what, you can't say, where's it coming from? What can we do for land bank Monday morning?
Right, well, and that has to actually be, a commission needs to take action to fund that. You're not gonna be able to do that as a land bank board.
We can
So which
figure out
comes
what we
first?
want.
Yeah, you can figure out what you want
Yeah.
and then bring it up in a regular meeting, but you won't be able to.
So does the land
To
bank
take-
make the request first and then the commission approve
Yeah.
the request?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or no?
Or we could just,
Don't get the cart before the horse.
Well, I mean,
we could.
I think as
That's what-
commission, you've created a land bank, you
Yeah,
can
we'd have to
determine a
act
level
on
of funding
Commission setting.
without asking yourselves first.
So the commission needs to set the amount.
I think this first time, the commission could say and take some sort of an action to give the initial, to set an initial funding amount of
Okay.
this, and then you can
Contin-
develop your budget based
contingent.
on that.
Would this commission like to move that on to a Monday, or wait for our fifth member? Or would this commission like to say, make a motion today and say, I'm just not even
I think we
suggesting.
need to do it during the land bank meeting.
Okay.
You'll have to,
Can't.
you'll have to do
So,
it during the
I would-
commission
I'll
meeting,
go
so.
ahead.
Yeah, I mean-
Now, one other thing to
Proposed
consider.
amount.
Proposed amount.
Okay.
Right, and this is not on the agenda for
Okay.
today.
No.
So,
Right.
we can put it on the commission agenda for next Monday. You can discuss it in the land bank meeting,
Why don't
what
you-
you think the
Why don't
right
we do
level
that?
would be.
We'd go that far. Let's put it on commission. You want me to write it up on the board again?
No, thanks,
Okay,
I'll do
okay.
the writing. All right.
But I think put it on Monday's agenda for the commission, the land bank proposal for funding.
So the land bank then can't make a budget at the 10
You won't
a.m.
be able to make a
No.
budget at your
No.
first meeting.
Okay.
I mean, you could do a tentative budget,
Do a tentative?
yeah,
Okay.
Because you're
Contingent on
gonna,
commission
you're
approval.
gonna,
I like that.
most groups and boards, they come up with what they think that they're gonna need,
Sure, right.
then it's presented for approval.
Okay, I'm just trying to get the process.
So,
We'll get
you
there.
can do that, but you won't be able to do any actions that would require you to spend any money
Right.
at your first meeting,
Which
because
we
you won't
should.
have any money.
We shouldn't have any
Right.
expenditures the first week.
Well,
I would like to see, and I think probably if we could ask, is maybe have Dave Crowfoot do it. See, who's in Marion's? You gotta have Marion too, right? You two maybe talk to the land bank from the city of Marion and just get a list of what they've done with
We'll
their,
Find their budget.
yeah, just take a look at it and see if, maybe bring that just sort of for suggestions Monday.
It's a good idea.
Just see what's went through them for once. And I've seen their property sign up on a street up here that's really.
Hillsborough has one too.
Yeah.
And oh, Hillsborough too.
Remember all those papers we had to sign?
Oh, yes, yeah,
All those?
yes, yeah, so maybe if you just,
I think Marion's even taken some properties outside of Marion.
yeah, yeah. So, might, just, if Hillsborough too, I mean, just ask them for the list, look at their budget, see what they've done, so we can get an idea too. Everybody
I
has to
may have
start
already,
somewhere.
I'm trying to think if I already.
They've already done a little research on
I don't really remember that.
that. Oh.
I had asked, but I don't remember what information I received back. I can check.
I just remember a lot of them came off tax roll. That's what it did. That's what all those were, change orders.
Yeah, and that's what will happen, which, I mean, we're
Which is-
paying taxes on that property in Peabody right now.
Right.
the county's paying taxes. So putting it in a land bank, we won't have to pay taxes on it, which will be good. And then we can get it cleaned up.
Good, good deal. It's a shame everything's so tough. But it is, but it
Is that the only property that the county has?
Well, we have, no, we have a couple of others.
Because it, you know,
That that didn't sell. There's one, I think, one or
we
two
should
that
try
didn't
to
sell at
get-
the last sale.
we should try to get everything transferred to the land bank, but the county's paying tax.
Right.
That's, I mean, that's exactly what Hillsborough did, so. Once they add theirs, they didn't hold back, everyone comes here.
well, good discussion.
I just wish we could've made a commitment to seed the land bank right now, that way it's, I don't know. I guess I'll wait, just do tentative budget then.
Tina, do you have anything else that you? Commission, do you have anything else to just discuss, since it's not on the agenda, but discussed for Monday's meeting and moving forward in January?
Happy New Year to all the employees.
Yep.
We appreciate all they've done all year.
Yes.
That is,
I guess I will ask, when is the reorganization period?
The 10th should be probably.
Okay, second.
The second Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be Ken's turn.
like, since we have
What?
five,
Ken's turn is Jerry.
since we have five, it's a nomination and a vote.
Oh, it's no longer rotation.
Now that we have five.
It was
used to
always
be
a nomination
one on
and a
three,
vote, but it was
Yeah.
kind of
with
just a
five anybody,
rotation.
I guess.
Yeah. You don't have to have a rotation, but it's always a nomination vote, yeah.
But it had been our practice when we had 3 commissioners to just rotate with one district, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Sort of
3.
hard, you could get on a rotation with 5 and never get a chance to be a chairman if you followed the rotation, you know, with
You
5.
served one term.
Yeah, one term, yeah, so.
And speaking of filing,
There's 4 of us that have to file.
there's 3 of you that have to file.
David and
Oh, yeah, that's right.
3 of you would have to, 3 positions will be up in 2022, so.
That's the 1st of June.
Yes, filing deadline's June 1st.
You're
Well,
way ahead of.
But I just
Tell me
putting
what
it
you're
out
gonna do.
there.
That's the election clerk.
Just
doing
putting
the
it out
job.
there. Filing
Just-
packets are not available yet,
And
but
all-
we should have them by the end of June.
All 3 commissioners are seated till January of 2023.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So it don't affect if you put somebody in for, that you'd have to make,
Right.
you know,
No.
so. Well, with that being said, then if nobody has anything else, why, I guess I'm ready to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that little discussion.
Okay.
This year has been awesome with the commission. I mean, for myself, I've got to see some positive changes. Everybody brings something to that table. So,
It has been. Yes. Yes. I agree wholeheartedly with everybody. All right. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We adjourn. 2021.
put it in the books.
There it is, time cards here that popped up. I didn't pass them around. Over.
Tina, if there's anything really important on this,
Hold on one second.